Hello everybody, Jet here, and welcome back to my Todbringer playthrough as the rightful empire, unlike this rebellious Reichland down here, which refuses to come under the fold, guys, and at some point we are going to have to deal with.
Constant worm, you shall suffer.
I'm still trying to get these guys on my side. Why are they not liking me? Let's try and throw them some money to up my reputation with them a bit. I suspect they're going to get swallowed up by the Empire at some point, however. Oh yeah, we're fighting up here. I was getting confused by what we were doing at the moment. We've had a bit of a battering, actually, from bloody chariot man. I hate chariots. I really hate chariots. Will these guys, however, offer us peace treaty? Yeah, we've already battered them to an extent, but we'll have to keep battering them for a while to get a full peace treaty with them. We are annoyingly going to have to re-recruit. Oh, why is this locked on? That's better. Yeah. No, I don't care about that. Why am I going for that one? That's the one we want. Honest steel.
General.
We're just exploring around here, finding the factions which are all still alive. I am amazed these guys have managed to survive this far in this playthrough, because they're usually all dead by now.
Greetings, stranger.
Yes?
You have a proposal?
Who calls?
Do not greet me as a friend, nor are we foes.
On it!
There we go. We're going to slowly build relations with all of the southern realms down there. I'd have preferred to get some of his territory, but of the Empire, but you know, never mind. We'll get there. We are building up our recruitment capacity at the moment. I'm not overly worried, to be fair. We've got a reasonable amount of territory. The war with Reichland is going to be brutal when it happens, especially as I suspect when it happens, chaos will hit. There are also a war with the vampires. I could take advantage of that and hammer the vampires to try and get around the back, but then the issue we're going to have here, both sides will have, is we've got these long, straggly borders. So, yeah, that could be fun. And lots going on here. They're all fighting each other, which is good for me. Oh god, I thought this might happen. See just how much damage I can do to their bloody chariots with my demigryphs. Have I mentioned that I don't like chariots, guys? This army is just stupidly annoying, actually. Yeah, this is going to be problematic because I've got very little in the way of defences for my troops. That said, we will be able to, you know, it's going to hurt, basically.
We await your orders! Missiles will fly! Judgment is coming! By Ulrich's wrath! By Ulrich's wrath! Moving now! Witch Hunter! On my command! Pick your targets! Crossbowmen! Show no mercy!
That's not quite.
Cavalry ready! Fury to the end!
Charge!
Yes, General! Our steeds are restless! Fear them! Finding range, sir! Understood! We are Sigmar's heirs! For the Empire! The winds blow hot!
Try and keep these guys moving.
The Empire endures! Listen up! Crossbows ready, General! Demigryph Knights! For France! We serve the Emperor! Whoa! In the name of the twin-tailed comet!
I'm after the chariots, nothing
Taking
else.
position!
Keep moving, guys. Get your butts back down here into the rear, please.
Kindle flame! Burn everything! Now! Sir! Bring it down! Sigma preserve us! Ah!
Slam into the rear. Come on, guys. That's it.
Sigma preserve us!
It was never going to last well, guys, but we,
Ready
you know.
for war! Sigma preserve us!
We at least broke a couple of chariots. Damn. This is not a good start to this campaign. And maybe I should have played a bit more defensively, and maybe I should have got some more anti-large than those bloody chariots. I am going to build an army with more anti-large demigryphs, specifically. With more anti-large, to be fair. In general, specifically to deal with that bloody chariot spam. It's just horrible, guys. I can never get chariots to be that effective. They're quite elite chariots as well. It could be worse. It could be a mammoth spam. I have seen that in the past, so. But Fieldrick is down here. God damn. This isn't good. That leaves me very open to a northern invasion. That said, if they attack anywhere with walls, the annoying thing is if I'd auto-resolve the first battle, I'd have probably won.
To strengthen the Empire. Let us move.
Boris can move in there as a defensive force, and we are going to start chucking another army out here. Ooh, that's not bad. I'm going to get that, because this guy's not necessarily going to stay in use. But that extra income will be useful, certainly, while we are recruiting. Ooh. I'm never actually a huge fan of Luminarchs. I'm not quite sure how they should work. I'll have to have a play with them at some point. Right.
By Sigma's right.
So, extra anti-large demigryphs for chariot destruction. That's a large anti-large force. See, I'm almost tempted just not to bother with these guys, because these guys are technically better all round. They are also vastly more expensive. You know what? Lots of demigryphs. I'm cheesing this one a little bit. I will fully admit I'm currently cheesing this one a little bit. See, I never quite prefer the guns over the crossbows. I'm not sure why I would want to go for them other than the armor piercing, which could be useful later on, but then again later on I've got other ways of doing it. I mean, to be fair, these guys are. They do actually have a reasonable range. We've got 2 outriders. And they do a lot more damage, they're faster moving. We definitely need 4 of these. That'll do as a start, anyway. Yeah, not really going for a melee focused force here. Well, we are, but it's going to be a far more cavalry focused force. So I'm really going to have to up my micro.
Moving off.
And we'll see how that goes. Because actually, if I can make that work, that is potentially much better. Basically, this is where the Empire is tricky, because actually the Dowie would do, you know, I can play very defensively, and it's why I love them. Whereas the Empire late game, they're not as good defensively, so you've got to be far more, I always find you're far more aggressive with your Empire troops later on, because you don't really have those solid defensive blocks anymore. To use to hold your lines, you've got to use other things to try and get around them and things. And to be fair, demigriffs are incredibly good at that.
And make your offer.
Throw a trade agreement in and I'll do it. Try and bring those guys into the fold as much as I can. Basically, we're just going to try and build up a big solid force there. Boris will take it, and then, oh god, where are you off to? They're off to Norden. We're going to double time Boris to Norden. Does Norden have walls? If it's got walls, that's actually not too bad, though they will probably just break down my gates. But it limits where they can hit me, so actually I can form a better defensive line if they have to come through my gates. And they have far less coming over the walls. But it's whether Boris can get there in time. Eek. This is where regiments of renown come in useful, guys.
Raise Sigma. Who called?
Norden does and has a reasonable garrison, but just to make sure, let's grab some randomer.
To strengthen the
And this is what I use regiments of renown for, guys. Fast recruitment. Because it just gets a force built as quickly as
To
possible.
the provinces.
This is literally going to be a massive cavalry focus. I probably don't need as many of those guys. See, there isn't that much difference in them. I definitely want at least 2 of them, though. But I don't need to start recruiting them just yet. Income generators is what we really need, preferably nice and far away from my main. Okay.
How should we proceed? Step to it!
I know what's here. We're gonna go start finding elves.
If that's what the Emperor commands.
Basically, try and find all the high elven factions to trade with. And yeah. Hope I don't get my butt kicked too much up north. I think I should be able to hold. Even if I don't hold Norden, I have enough force there to severely weaken them, so... I suspect the Norskans will pull back now, which happens a lot.
My time is short.
Yep, I don't accept your trade agreement. No, Norskans regularly do that. Actually, they will poke you, then pull back. Poke, then they'll move forwards and see if you react. If you don't react, they'll hit you. I'd almost have been better sitting back and letting them siege me, but they have siege beasts effectively, so they can break a siege straight away. They don't have to wait for me. There we go. And I'm not tough enough to take that force on with Boris's force. I mean, I'm going all OP with the pike spam. Sorry, with the demigriff spam, but a line of pikemen would actually probably beat them just as well. They're going to start poking me now. We're going to move Boris into here.
To the provinces?
Yes, a sound plan. Now?
So actually, I can get rid of them. Because I don't need them. I need to leave 3 spots. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can have up to 13 troops here. Oh, artillery. Ooh, they are not accurate, but they are good fun. And actually, I'm not pretty much going for ranged with this. I'm going for a massive cavalry focus. We'll see how this works. It's probably going to work badly, guys, but my micro will have to really work on this. That's what I really want, the Hellblaster volley gun. Don't know how accurate it is, actually, but... it's a lot of damage. So, yeah. Cannot run armor-piercing missiles. We'll find out. I've never really used them too much before, so... but I need to build this place up. Oh, wow, we're not there yet. We're nearly there.
What?
And this, to be fair, is where I could use a secondary recruitment spot, which we don't really have at the moment.
I will marshal the band.
I will build more here, but these guys are going to go under Boris's command, at least to start with, so... I really should give Boris a mage, actually, but... and then we will push forwards against Sufra Elk and try and remove his bloody chariot army, because, good God, that is a pain. We are... oh, the Empire is becoming a bit weaker. Well, comparatively to me, I am building a fairly tough old force, theoretically. Thankfully, I'm building a force which should be able to relatively well deal with the bloody chariots. I know you can cheese and literally just build a demigriff army, and apparently they are one of some of the most OP things in existence, but we'll see. He is building up again, that is worrying. So he sailed forth. We'll move up here to help watch our borders.
Sir, march!
Our great king welcomes you. What do you... Very well.
Defender of the behold the
Come
majesty
on,
of
let's
the
get lots
phoenix,
of
if you
trade
wish.
agreements going with the elves.
Elf ones. I will weigh what you have to say and the merit. As you say.
Because they generally do much better often than me.
Burden of the shadow. Come in peace.
Perhaps you may.
Yes.
You may approach. You have traveled far to petition the Phoenix throne. Of course.
The Empire.
You have a proposal? We are willing to hear it.
Very well. Who calls?
You have a proposal? We are willing.
No. No!
Oh, soon.
So,
Deliver your message.
no, sir. Who calls?
You have a proposal? We are willing to hear it.
Agreed?
That should have helped our income a little bit. You get a fair amount of trade now.
Yes.
What? What? That doesn't seem right. I'm getting that building because the idea of having Way Watchers as the Empire is. What? Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna start building some recruitment focus things here, but yeah, that'll. Interesting. Let's just have a look through, see if I've got anything else like that. That must be added from one of the mods I've got, guys. But, I mean, if I can recruit Way Watchers, I suspect I won't be able to. If I can, I tell you what, my archers are all being replaced within my armies because, oh my god. That would be OP. I will have 4 units of Way Watchers in every army. That would be like taking... That's definitely a bug with mods getting confused. However, it's something I kind of like the idea of. I do think there should be ways of recruiting other factions' troops, specifically if you control some of their territory. So I think if you have some of the mountains, you should be able to recruit not orcs, for example, but you know, if you're a good faction, you should get good troops. If you're an evil faction, you should get evil troops. So,
I will listen, but my time is
neutral
short.
troops. No, I'm not paying you for military access. But, you know, for example, if I hold the mountains, I should be able to get, you know, Dowie auxiliaries, for example. I mean, good God, if that bug, if I wanted to try and exploit that, and that is actually happening with other things as well, and I could work it out, the thing to do would be to go and take Karazankor. Take the capital, Kazakarak, and yeah, I'd be able to get iron breakers and things to form my front line. That's looking a little worrying.
Yes, my lord.
Tools of judgment ready. You're a pretender. The nation calls. It is time. This will bolster the nation.
There we go. Oh, I can't recruit the witch hunter because I have the right building. But we can level here up now, which is what we wanted, which will get us to the top level of some of these trees. Oh, steam tanks are awesome and terrible.
Orders.
You can start heading down there to see what's going on down there.
Judged.
Oh, he's automatically back. Nice.
Looking ahead.
I should replace him with a wizard, really.
What does the Emperor bid?
If I can get Way Watchers into my armies, I will fully admit that will be a little OP and a little ridiculous, but I will fully abuse that because armor piercing Way Watchers, yeah. I mean, if you watched my Wood Elf playthrough, you'll know how much I used Way Watchers in that. They will become a major backbone of my forces. And they will be very OP, actually. They will shred things. They are vicious. No, I won't have Outriders. I will have Way Watchers. 4, 5 units of Way Watchers in every army at least. I will admit my my silly cavalry spam is literally being built for a single army. That will probably be spread out a bit. And I would probably have 6 units of Way Watchers in. Literally, I am building that spam for this army. Oh god damn it, this is going to be just charging between the 2 settlements.
Yes, my lord. Now. It is for the best. The nation turns. The Empire.
Ooh, yeah, you can get accusation. It needs an armory. Yeah, I don't necessarily want to build cannons everywhere, but I'm tempted to knock this one over. Yeah, no, I'm going to start working my way up that as well. I usually wouldn't build this in this settlement, but because we've already used that, I don't want to be tweaking settlements overly. I may get hit by the Norskans now, guys. I do realise that, so we'll have to see how that goes. The idea of me having Way Watchers is, yeah. I like Way Watchers. They're a little bit of an OP unit, to be fair, and the Empire with Way Watchers would be funny. I mean, you may as well just make a coalition of good forces army then, which means you could pick the OP things. You know, you'd almost not have any Empire units, to be fair, if you could do that, because I'd have Bretonnian Knights, Knights of the Grail, Iron Breakers as my line, Elven Archers. Okay, the tricky thing is actually going to be catching them out. Oh, I need an army down there. Ooh, infantry excluding great swords. I'm going to get a mercantile fleet because we've got a lot of trade at the moment. Can I get peace up here?
Speak, you craven!
To the provinces. Let us move.
Ooh, extra HP for him.
Raise Sigmar.
Because I'm not planning on putting him into melee much. I won't keep this army in this shape, guys. This is just a for now thing. I know it's a bit silly, but it really is a just keeping it. It's specifically designed to take out a specific army. No.
Sigmar compels us. What does the
And we will be ending this one here, guys, with a threat down there which I'm not in a position to particularly well deal with. So we'll have to see how we deal with that. As always, thank you very much for watching, guys. I do hope you are enjoying this. Please feel free to pop any comments in the comments section or jump over to my Discord and say hi. There is a link to my Discord in the comments and the description, as well as links to my Twitter, my Patreon, and my affiliations with Overclockers and Humble Bundle Games. So please check them out. If you have enjoyed this, as always, please like and subscribe. Otherwise, guys, thank you very much for watching.